What's going on? It's your boy Chris Daniels. It's the Truly Chris podcast. I'm here with my main man, Chad.
You already know what it is,
He's a poet, he's an entertainer, he's an orator, he's a scholar. What's going on, baby? How you doing today?
I'm chilling, bro. I'm happy to be here, bro.
Hey. So for anybody who doesn't know who you are, I'll give you like a quick summary, of you as a person.
I always say when people ask you who you are, it becomes much harder. You feel like you got a grasp on it, but then you get that question, you forget who you are. I'm like, damn, who am I really? So I'm a young man that takes pride in the mission that I'm here for and the impact that I'm gonna put on this world, I guess. Okay. The impact that I've been put on this world to have. So I guess that's really what it is.
That's really what it is.
That's what it is.
That's some wasabi shit. So first question I have for you is, based off of present day you, what is something that's about you today that younger you would be disappointed in?
Oh man, something I'd be disappointed. That's crazy. I didn't even know you was kind of like
curveball.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, something I'd be disappointed in. I had really high ambitions for myself, so I thought that
when you were a kid.
Yeah, when I was a kid. So I thought that by now, I guess I had this vision of how I was gonna be in this really straightforward path, and I strayed away from that path.
What was the vision?
So the vision was streamlined. I'm gonna be an educator. I'm gonna be very, very wealthy. I'm gonna be
That was from your parents. That was from you.
That was I mean, it was partially influenced by society and my parents, but I felt it when I was young. I was about it. I was like, I really, really felt it, and I had this whole I knew where I wanted to be, and I think that as I grew and I kind of learned more about myself, I'm at a point where it's kind of confusing. I don't have this straight path anymore. I got to be a little bit more creative, and while I don't think that that's a bad thing where I am now, I think that my old self will be kind of disappointed because
your young self will be disappointed.
Yeah, my young self will really be disappointed because you had it at that point, but it was from a place of ignorance. So
all right. So then tell me, you thought it was gonna be streamlined.
Yeah.
What kind of things came up, or do you think come up that made it not so streamlined? Was that just a fantasy? Can it not be streamlined, or it could be streamlined? It was you. What happened?
I think that there was a disconnect between what I thought I wanted to do and what I actually wanted to do.
Okay.
When I started to learn more about myself.
Right.
So I think that this college experience, you go through it, you start to pick up things that are important to you and drop the things that aren't important to you. I thought school and the education system was super important to me. Grades was, I gotta get these great grades. You gotta
do it. You gotta do it. You gotta bust your ass.
And then as I kind of went through it, I saw more value in my own personal curriculum than the curriculum they was teaching me in school. And
so you came here to learn, and then you paid for the classes, and then all of a sudden you find yourself teaching yourself.
Exactly.
But did you feel like you had to come here to know to do that, or you feel like you could have did it at home alone, or did you need this?
Now I felt like I could have did it at home. But
you still got
graduating high school. I'm gonna finish without a doubt. But graduating in high school, when I was younger, I was like, this is the only way. I don't know. Nobody ever makes it without going to college. Nobody ever does anything great without going to college. You need that degree. It's an absolute necessity.
Right. So if you look back, you could talk to younger you would tell them, don't go to college, or would you tell them? What would you say?
So here's the thing. I'm still not telling him don't go to college, right? I don't think. I think the structural aspect of college isn't very valuable.
Right.
However, I think the experiential part, the being involved, the networking, the meeting the people and determining where you kind of fit in those systems. Yeah. That is invaluable. You cannot, I don't think there's any other place that you can get that outside of college.
What was different when you came here than the people you knew back home? Did it was a lot of different kinds of people, or it was a lot of similar people, but you got to see them grow up? What was different about this social network than when you go home?
When I was at home, it was a very specific group that I was in, and while they had their own value, I felt like there was a restriction in it. Okay. Only because when you in a city, it's so easy to become a crab in the bucket. It's so easy to just do the same thing over and over and over and over, and it becomes a cycle to the point where you may not even realize that you're not doing anything. You're wasting all this time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when I got here, it expanded my mind because I saw people that was way ahead of me. I was
Yeah.
They was doing it. Yeah. They had it down.
Yeah, you kind of thought maybe you got it going on, but you kind of see people like really
humbled me.
Yeah.
They humbled me. So I got here and I'm like, damn, there's really room for improvement. There's really room to kind of figure out your own niche. Like, you don't have to be this same person that everybody else is around you.
Right.
You can grow within yourself and develop within yourself, and you can level up.
What's the first thing you had to improve?
Oh, man.
If you remember you when you first came to FGCU, you walked through the doors versus like, I guess the next chapter, what did you have to learn first?
The next, it's honestly, I had to put down a lot of the things that were near and dear to me. However, they weren't contributing to my growth. They weren't contributing to my development. So I had a lot of bad habits, like with just like smoking weed all the time, like just staying in my room playing video games every single day. And while I still think there's time for those releases,
you had to prioritize your life.
Yeah, I had to prioritize. It was time for the mission. It was time to be on go. You had to learn more. You had to do more. So,
when I first came here, bro, we used to play Call of Duty and 2K. We never go to class. We thought that was the whole life. It don't make no. When you think about what you was doing back, it don't make like some people. You're right. They came here and they already knew they had to get it. But like I came here and it was like I did not understand.
I ain't people till I started seeing people.
Yeah. And I started seeing people that were really getting it and moving. And so like I had to put that aside, and it sucked in the beginning, but then it started I started realizing the better I could do at handling my priorities, the more I could do all this other stuff. But it's really hard to know that. I don't know what it is. Like maybe it's just about like maturity. Maybe it's just about being niggas.
Because it's counterintuitive. It's like I don't know what song I heard it from. It was like the more self-discipline you could be, the more freedom you have. And everybody got this like perception. It's like, oh, okay, if I'm like disciplining myself, I'm gonna have something to do every single moment of the day. I'm gonna be like on this very strict schedule. But when you really discipline yourself, when you really tell yourself this is what you got to do, this is what I'm prioritizing, you find that you get those things done more efficiently. And then you got the free time, relax.
And then do whatever you want.
Do whatever you want.
So then, if you do that, then obviously it's gonna create a rift in the people that you was doing it with, right? Like they gonna be like, "Yo, my man, like, where the 2K, what are we like?" So what was that like?
And it's real because like people will just hit you up or like they'll see you around, like, "Dad, you been a ghost. Where you been at?" Like, I've been trying to level up. Like that's really what it comes down to. Like relationships gonna hurt, but I subscribe to the thought process that like. Them relationships that really mean something, those people that like the people that really care about you, they don't want to see you at the same level.
They
want to see you level up, and even if that means that they want to have as much time with you, they still want to see you grow. Like they're gonna appreciate that. They're not gonna ask questions. They're not gonna be like, "Dang, where you been at? Why you not coming around playing 2K no more?" They're gonna be like, "Oh, all right, I see you on your stuff. Keep doing it."
But that's not everybody. And it sucks, right? Because like some people you want to be down for you, and then you kind of have to go to that realization where it's like everybody's not really down for me to like move on. So like, was that difficult or was that easy for you? Like,
personally, and I know for a lot of people it's very difficult. I grew up by myself. I was the only child, so it's always been fairly easy for me to isolate myself, for me to detach, and I haven't had. I value a lot of my friendships, but there's some specific ones that I like. These people that I can't live without. You know what I'm saying? And those people that I can't live without, I didn't have to lose them.
Right. They were real friends.
They were real friends. The real friends, I did not have to lose them, and I just leaned on those friendships, even when I felt like I got these associates that I was like, dang, I really enjoyed hanging out with you, but hanging out with you wasn't bringing me nowhere.
Right.
So I felt like it was easy for me personally.
Right, because you already had a differentiation between who was real and who really mattered to you.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that for me it was real difficult because I didn't really understand that. I thought that, so when I was growing up, I didn't have that many like friendships and crazy relationships. I was really a homebody. When I came to college, it was crazy different. I met all these people. I had opportunity to have all these friends, or what I thought were my friends. And so I thought they were all super valuable. Like I was like, I don't want to lose nobody. So even when I was trying to progress, I was trying to give everybody my time. And I feel like that lesson, like about who matters, was like, it took me a long time. So like, was that something that you like already had growing up, like that your parents told you about certain friendships, or like are like here for a season and some are here for a reason, or was that just you and your nature? Like,
I think that was me and my nature, because it wasn't a conversation that I had when I was younger. But I've always been sort of reserved in my relationship. Like, you can know me, but you won't really know
until
me.
you get to that next level.
Until you get to that next level. So those people that are at that next level, I keep them tight.
Right.
And those other people, I just kind of know that this isn't something that's going to be with me forever. Like, it's, again, just a seasons thing.
Yeah.
So I feel like it was fairly simple for me, and that's not to say that it isn't a difficult thing to do.
Right.
But along with that, while I was leveling up, I was realizing that was when I was starting to build those connections.
Yeah.
So there were some people that that was only fitting into certain parts of my life.
Right.
And that was no problem, because that's how it's going to be. Not everybody
can't see the whole thing.
Exactly. So there's people that only fit into certain parts of my life, and when those parts came up, it was cool. It was clicking. It was all good. And when those parts wasn't necessarily working for both of us, when it wasn't,
when you had that space,
it was still cool, because I'm still doing my other thing.
Right. So you start doing this. Now you're on this road of self-discovery. Is this something that you do alone, or is it something that's with people? And is it better do you want to do it alone?
I think self-discovery is a lonely path.
You think it's okay?
I think it's without a doubt a lonely path. I think that, like, other people outside are mirrors.
Yeah.
But you have to have the ability to discern when someone is gonna add value to you.
Yeah.
Or just be there to waste your time.
Well, self-discovery is mad abstract, so let's break it down. Like, so right now, or I think that young men, not lie. Everybody's gonna go through a path of self-discovery. They should. But when people do, it all means different things. Some people are looking for religion. Some people are looking for truth. Some people are looking to rectify the past. Right now, for you, like, what do you feel like when you're reading and you're doing? Like, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for self-actualization.
Okay. Explain that to the kids.
So self-actualization is determining what your purpose is, determining where you fit into the systems that are in your life, and then producing on that potential that you have innately.
Okay.
Developing those in the skills, developing something that's going to benefit you in the physical realm, developing yourself so that you're in the metaphysical and you prospering in that way as well. You got that peace of mind.
Right.
So that's what this journey looks like for me.
And how hard is it hard? Because, like, you're like dealing with, like, you have to be real with you.
Yeah. You got to be really honest with yourself, and it's hard because I think we build up these masks, like social masks. It's very easy to kind of get caught up in what other people perceive you as.
Yeah.
And then how other people take you in, but you have to really look at yourself internally, do some really intentional work about why I'm doing this, why I'm feeling this way. Does this benefit me?
Yeah.
Am I growing from this? Is this a waste of my time? You like these questions you got to ask, and sometimes it be some stuff that you really like you really enjoy doing, or you really don't see the wrong in it, but as you grow and you develop, you kind of like, damn. This is not good. This is not good for me. This is not doing anything at all.
I think something too is that I think we all grow up and we kind of we feed ourselves certain narratives about ourselves. So we're like, I'm this way because this, or this, or I don't go and do this kind of thing because these people are this, and this. And we tell ourselves these narratives so much, they become our reality, and we never get to, like, break free. We never get to be who we really want to be. So, like, I feel like I got to this point where I was like, I'm working really hard, and I was like, I work too hard to ever be able to be in a relationship, right? Like, so, like, because of that, even when I found good things, right, like, I was always, like, telling myself I worked too hard to like be in that situation. So I was killing those situations before I even got into them. I just think that's, like, the power of the mind. So, like, what are narratives that you were telling yourself, like, that you know off the top of the head? Like, do you remember things that, like, you thought were true, or you told yourself that you've been able to break past?
Narratives I told myself a lot of stories about myself. I told myself a lot of stuff. I think one of the biggest stories I told myself when I was, like, growing, like, coming out of high school, I was, or at least I felt like I was a step ahead of everybody else.
Yeah.
I felt like I was leveled up. Like, I was that dude.
Yeah.
I was the smartest guy around. And that surrounding myself with people that are smarter than me just taught me how not true that is.
Yeah.
That sucks though, right? It sucks. But here's the thing, like, I didn't look at it in a way that I was like, damn, I'm like, I'm really shit. Like,
yeah,
I'm not gonna be anything.
Yeah.
But that was kind of hard, like, cause
so you had an identity in that.
I had identity. I built up an identity. I built up this mask on who I was.
Right.
So getting here and getting around other people, it broke down.
Yeah.
And for a while, I was stuck in my head.
Yeah.
I was stuck in my head about it because I didn't know where I was at that point. I couldn't figure out where I fit in the niche. And I think that through that intentional work, through that time by yourself, that's where I was able to kind of grow out of that. I started to build myself up.
Right.
An inner strength, not an external strength. Not with nobody else.
Not nobody else pulling into you or anything into you. Just
none of that. Just me, built from within. Stop comparing myself to others.
Yeah.
And started developing my own self so I could get my own inner confidence.
Yeah. Man, that resonates with me crazy because I also like built up that identity where I felt like I was loved by everybody, right? And I felt like I was like, everybody was my friend and we were all, but some things happened in my life, some things kind of shattered. And when that shattered, I realized I had no idea what I liked. I had no idea who I was. I had no idea what I wanted to do. If I had free time, I had nowhere to go. That's super scary. So like, it was a real dark time, but you're right. The mask was broken. So like, I couldn't lie to myself no more. When I got up with myself in the mirror, I was like, you're not that dude. And like, you really have to like deal with that. And that's really crazy. So like, for like a few months, it was just like, forcing myself to like go and try and experience and to be, and that's the most freeing part because once you, like I tell people, once you find your value, nobody can take that from you. Like it don't matter who comes and goes. Like yeah, you all the way. Like, but you really have to go to a low or at least go to a point of neutral and like really formulate and build on yourself because now it's like it doesn't matter who comes and who goes, like and that sounds harsh, but like I'm really good with me, like regardless. And I feel like a lot of people don't have that. Why do you feel like people don't have that? Why do you feel like people are still with the mask on?
Because I think that I think that when people get their masks broken and they may get to the point where they get to that low, but they start to distract themselves.
Okay.
They don't attack the problem head on.
Yeah.
They don't ask why I felt like this. They start to put their time into things that are wasting it. They start to use drugs. They start to use alcohol.
They try to get away from whatever it was. So they don't actually get to realize anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it's a cycle.
It's a cycle. It happens over and over and over, and they never get to the root of the problem because they feeling it with people that they don't care about or that don't care about them or false love or weed or anything. Yeah. Anything to get you distracted. Even sleep. Even eating all the time, even playing video games all the time. All that, it can be a distraction.
Yeah, it's taking away from you with you.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then making you think about all these other things that are giving you temporary joy, but then like you go to sleep and you just redo it over again, but you still got the same problems.
You're still going through the
But that's gotta suck though, like now you're starting to, and you're still trying to figure it out. You're not no guru, but like knowing what you're learning and seeing who you're becoming, you can't give that to everybody, right? So like how has that been? 'Cause I know like sometimes you start learning something you want to tell somebody. So have you been able to like get people in it, or you ever feel like you got flack or?
So that's when it comes back to those people that are really genuine friendships. Like I got people like I confide in no matter what.
Yeah.
And the other people only get the surface level. They only get the layers because I know that I have so much that I can't give you all without overwhelming you. Yeah. Or I can't give you all because maybe that's not even something that you want. And I understand that like not everybody needs a piece of me. Not everybody deserves a piece of me.
Right. So you can't get caught up in trying to give it to everybody. Exactly. That's not your job either.
Exactly.
So in this world of social media though, you talking about self-actualization, that's kind of crazy because we are all like tuned into every post, what everybody else is doing. We want to be just as cool as them. We want our girl to look like they girl. We want to have the money that they look like they have. Like, how do you, like, I think it's even harder now because we're trying to keep up with everybody else. We don't even want to look like us. We want to look like them. So like, how is that, how are we balancing that? Like,
so I like to, and I think social media is so powerful. I think that it's powerful and the messages that it passes, I think can be a great strength or it can be a great weakness. I think that you go in there, you start comparing yourself to people, you're going to feel down. Right. You're going to go all the way to the pits. Because you got to remember, social media is a human highlight reel.
Yeah. Everybody's showing the best of themselves.
Exactly.
Oh, look at me, I just did this, I just did that.
The hardest fits, all the accomplishments, they don't tell you about the losses. They don't tell you about the stuff that they're going through. There's very few people that's going to be super honest on there and say, all right, I'm going through this, and this. But now, and that's where I think you tailor your social media to the things that are helping you grow. I honestly feel like your diet, as far as not just food, I'm talking about the diet as far as the people you subscribe to, the people you like that's an effect on your mental
I never heard it like that. That's crazy. That's your diet.
Yeah.
Like, because every day it's your daily intake.
That's your daily intake.
That's crazy. So
Yeah.
like you subscribing to a bunch of models and bullshit and drugs
nothing.
and like every time you get on there you're gonna see crazy shit. You're never gonna be getting better.
Exactly.
But if you're trying to get your mind right and motivation and gym and whatever, like
start following them people that's in the gym.
Yo,
Start
that's
following
nuts.
people that's dropping knowledge. Start following them people that's making more money than you.
Yeah.
Showing
But people don't like that because
money.
they start to expose them and then they
Exactly.
get broken because somebody's telling them or showing them that they're not living right.
But that's where you gotta have that inner strength. You gotta build that inner strength first before you start to seek like mental models or however you want to grow. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
you gotta know that there's a place that you want to go.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. So, what would you tell people coming into college then? Like, what would you tell them? Like now, because you're not saying don't go to college, right?
No. I'm saying
You're
go to
saying
college.
go. So but how can they get the most out of it? Like, because now you're starting to try to you're getting more out of it, not just the college, but the experience that college gave you.
So, go to college, pay your money.
Pay your money.
Or pay somebody else money. Get the experience by meeting people, getting involved in places that interest you. Places that interest you. No, don't let nobody else tell you what you need to get involved with. If you want to join the gaming club, join the gaming club. If you want to join the recorder club, join the recorder club.
Because whatever you are more passionate about, you're gonna get more out of.
You're gonna get so much more out of. Develop your specific knowledge. That means your personal curriculum.
Yeah.
Because you might pick up a little tidbits here in class, but when you really read things that you're interested in, you're gonna get way more value out of it.
Yeah.
Build your network and seek those learning lessons outside of the classroom.
Yeah.
Like, that's my biggest thing with college. The lessons outside of the classroom. The classroom, you gonna go in. Your professors might not teach you everything that you need to know. You might go home and teach yourself. Attendance gonna be mandatory.
Attendance gonna be mandatory.
Attendance gonna be mandatory.
So you still gotta show up.
Yeah, so
but you gotta put the work outside.
But you gotta put in the work outside because while you're in college, this is the only time. And you may be in a different situation, so you might have a little leeway after college. But once you hit after college, you probably gonna be on your own.
Yeah.
You probably gonna be paying bills.
Yeah.
Now you're giving all your time to somebody else. Now you're giving all your money to those bills that paying for an apartment you don't really want to live in and a car that's sliding. But it's gonna get you to A to B and it might look smooth. But it's no real value in it. Exactly. It's still a bill. So use this time to really develop yourself. So once you get out of college, you have a path or at least an inclination on where you want to be and somewhere to work towards.
I feel that 100% because a lot of people out here we're chasing a lot of things that have absolutely no value. And something I was just thinking about too is the idea we always say relationships will work, but you have to. Like you and yourself, there's a relationship there. Between what the relationship you have with yourself is important, and it takes work. It's the most important, right? So like it means that you gotta actually, like you said, time outside the class. You gotta spend time in the real world with yourself. Not with social media, not with your friends, not with your family, not with your girl, but like just with you. And you gotta actually work to understand who you are instead of trying to spend so much time trying to get away from who you are. I think that's what's crazy.
Yeah, I'm talking dolo. Like I'm like by yourself.
Yeah.
Like if you gotta sit in your room and just do something you're passionate about, do that. You don't have to be on the scene all the time.
Yeah, everybody wants to be on the scene.
Everybody want to be on the scene. Everybody want to be seen at the scene in their hardest fit. Whatever.
Yeah. But then they're going back home to nothing.
You going back home to nothing. Ain't you drunk. So you're going to have a hangover the next day. And I'm a fan of alcohol. So
I'm a fan. There's always a time for everything,
There's
right?
always a time. I totally believe in having a time to relax.
Yeah.
Some of the smartest people I know, my professor, my philosophy professor, one of the classes that really intrigued me in philosophy, he told me he go home and every now and then he watch some Bad Girls Club. Bro told me. He said this straight up. He was like, I am incredibly intelligent. However, I need time to consume some mindless stuff to debunk. Like he reads so much that he needs time to relax. And I think everybody does like that. Like you can't work 22 hours out of the day.
I agree with that. But to me, you gotta earn that time. So you gotta put in work. Put in work through the day, and then you can get that time. But I feel like some of us try to get that time, and then we try to like slip in the work. That's the opposite way the way it's supposed to be.
Exactly.
So, bro, man, self-actualization. I didn't know what we were gonna talk about today, but we talked about it. Like, if you lastly, I just want to know if you had an opportunity to do anything in this world, like if you could become anybody, what you can, what is it that you want to become? What is it that you want to do?
I wanna shift the paradigm.
Who's that paradigm?
I wanna shift the paradigm with a lot of black people who think that they're being held back. I'm trying to change the victim mentality. I'm trying to show that there's opportunity out there if you look for it hard enough, and there's opportunity for everybody if they search for it hard enough.
Okay.
It comes down to searching, and in order to search, you gotta be able to support yourself in the most basic needs. So once we can get those basic needs out of the way, then we can search for where we fit in.
Most definitely. Wait a minute. I'm not even gonna let him in like that. Because on the last podcast, we were talking about Nipsey Hussle, and I seen you drop a comment.
I did.
And so I just need to know, like, you to give you a chance on the platform to, like, do you think there's a Nipsey in all of us? Do you think there's a king and a queen in all of us? Like, and it's not like Will had a really good point. It's not like beef. I just want to know, like, it seemed like you had like a different kind of point on it.
I could have wrote a storybook under that post. Because, first off, shout out to Will. I was talking to him at work the other day. Me and Will, we have the same mission in our head.
Yeah.
We want to uplift our people. Of course, we take different routes to get there. We have different perceptions on how it should be.
Yeah.
But the mission's still there. And for that, I appreciate them.
Yeah.
We talk
you need people who are intelligent, who are thinkers, right? You ain't all think the same.
When I talk to them, my views either strengthen or they transform. So I appreciate you, Will, first and foremost. Secondarily, Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey Hussle was a once in a 1 in 100,000 type of person.
Yeah.
Reason being, he had the vision from a youth. He grew up in a neighborhood that was disenfranchised him and his partners and his community.
Yeah.
Where he didn't have a big opportunity, right?
Yeah.
He had the talent and the drive to develop technical skills.
Yeah.
To make his own music, to rap, to practice, and then he gave back to his community in the form of jobs.
He gave right back to the same block he was hustling on.
Same block.
Yeah.
Not everybody's gonna do that.
Yeah.
There's gonna be people that get their money, that get out, and they forget about it.
Always.
Now, with that being said, not everybody's gonna be a Nipsey Hussle in that faculty.
Yeah.
Not everybody's gonna give back to their community. However, everybody has the opportunity to be their greatest self if they're fed enough, if they're watered enough.
Yeah. So you're saying we can all get there, or we can get to a place.
Exactly.
Right. The people are not just without. You think there's something in people, but it has to be nurtured.
Exactly. I don't think that anybody is a waste. I don't look at anybody and I say, you know what? He off the boat. He off the boat. I'm not separatist. Like I truly and honestly believe every single person has a purpose here, and they just have to have the opportunity to search for it.
That means that there's so many people not living in their purpose. Then
yeah,
I feel like everybody has at least everybody has an opportunity for a purpose.
Exactly.
A lot of people not living in that at all.
Yes.
But I feel like we all think we are, because we're always upping each other and saying that everything everybody's doing is yes and it's amazing. How do we quell that? I think that was Will's biggest point too, is he was like, we gotta honor what's honorable, and we gotta get away from what you should get away from, which is like mediocrity.
Yeah. So here's the thing, because when you go into when you start to say honor what's honorable, who gets to get called kings and who gets to call queens, I got a whole other point about why kings and queens is completely irrelevant, but that's all subjective.
No, for sure.
There isn't an objective, noble purpose or way to get things done. Even if we go back to the example of me and Will, some people gonna say the perceptions that I have were more honorable than the perception that he has.
Right.
That doesn't make him any less of a king.
It's subjective.
That doesn't make him any less of a queen.
No.
That doesn't make sure you're not saying that any less of a queen.
Yeah.
So that's my whole thing. I don't. And when we come to these labels, kings and queens, I'm not seeing anybody that's out here praising mediocrity. Yeah. Nobody's going up to a dude that's selling dope on the corner calling him a king.
Yeah.
Because he's making his people suffer.
Nah, for sure.
So that's why I'm saying, like, those titles and those queens and those kings and queens, they're for a whole different sense.
Yeah.
The people who are doing the real work in our communities, they're being noticed, but they're being noticed because of their work. People are getting noticed because of their work, not because of the praise that other people are giving them.
Yeah.
A cosign is only a cosign.
Yeah.
If you're not doing the real work, nobody's gonna notice it.
Nobody's gonna notice it at all. Yeah, I feel that. It's subjective. It's subjective.